A true story I heard from my uncle. You know, today I want to share something that my uncle once told me. A story from his youth, back in the 1980s. It's not just a story to him, it's something that still haunts his nights. My uncle's name is Kabir. When he was in school, he had a close friend named Asfak. They lived in a small village, the kind of place that had only one school, where you could study up to class 10. After that, if you wanted higher studies, you had to leave for the city. After their SSC exams, my uncle decided to go to Dhaka to study. He wanted Asfak to come with him, but Asfak refused. He had fallen in love deeply, foolishly, and with the most beautiful girl in their village. My uncle tried to convince him. He said, if you don't study, you'll spend your life working in the fields. No beautiful girl will ever marry you. But love had blinded Asfak. He stayed behind. Years passed. My uncle finished his HSC and returned to the village. He went to meet Asfak, but the cheerful boy he once knew was gone. He looked tired, broken, and sad. When my uncle asked what was wrong, Asfak confessed that he had proposed to the girl, and she had rejected him. Uncle again tried to convince him, come to Dhaka, study, get a good job. Then go back and propose again, but Asfak refused to leave her behind. Some months later, when my uncle returned again from Dhaka, something terrible had happened. He heard that Asfak had been found half dead, his body torn and bitten, as if wild dogs had attacked him. My uncle rushed to see him. When he saw Asfak lying there, covered in wounds, he asked, "What happened to you?" And what Asfak told him that night? My uncle said he could never forget it. Even now it gives him sleepless nights. Asfak told him that he had killed the girl he loved. Uncle stood up, shocked. "What do you mean you killed her?" And then the whole horrifying story came out. After Uncle left for Dhaka, the beautiful girl got engaged to another boy, a local rival of Asfak. That boy often taunted him, saying, "I'm marrying your girl. You'll always be just a poor farmer." Burning with anger one night, Asfak wandered near the old graveyard, the one that stood between the school and their homes. There he met an old, crazy-looking man who used to live among the graves. Everyone in the village knew about him, but no one dared to go near. That night, the old man called him over. He said, "The girl you love? She's marrying your enemy, isn't she?" Asfak was shocked. How could this man know? Then the old man whispered, "Do you want to marry her? I can help you, but you'll have to give up everything. Your family, your faith, your goodness, and cause and worship the devil himself." He told Asfak to spit and urinate on graves, to bathe in dirty water, and to perform dark rituals. If he obeyed, he promised the girl would be his. At first, Asfak refused, but when his enemy mocked him again, saying he'd marry her soon, Asfak lost control and went back to the graveyard. He told the old man, "I'll do anything." The old man made him perform disgusting, sinful acts for several days. Then one night he said, "You will get good news today." And that very day, the girl's engagement was suddenly broken off. Asfak was overjoyed. He ran home, told his family to propose marriage, but her family rejected him again. Angry, he returned to the old man. The old man scolded him, "You acted without my permission. Now you'll suffer." Then he gave Asfak a horrifying order to bring a 10-year-old child to him that night. Asfak hesitated, but fear and obsession drove him. That night, he brought a little boy from the village. There was a bonfire burning near the graves. The old man tied the boy's mouth, pushed him into the fire, and then burned him alive. Asfak fainted. When he woke up, the boy's bones were beside him. People searched for the missing boy, but the old man told Asfak to say he saw the boy near the forest. So villagers assumed he was killed by animals. Then the old man demanded more. He asked Asfak to bring a 5-year-old child next. When Asfak refused, 2 large black dogs attacked him in the graveyard, their bites tearing his flesh. The old man said coldly, "Next time you will die if you disobey." Terrified, Asfak finally brought another child. The old man cut the boy's throat before his eyes, then fed Asfak something red and thick. When he asked what it was, the old man said, "The blood and bone of the boy." Asfak vomited, crying and screaming, "I don't want to marry her anymore. Leave me alone." But the old man only smiled. "If you leave me now, I'll destroy you." A few days later, the girl Asfak loved was found dead near the forest, her body mauled by wild animals. When Asfak heard the news, he ran to the graveyard to find the old man, but he was gone. No trace. Only 2 large black dogs stood watching him from afar. That night, the same dogs attacked him again, leaving him half dead. When my uncle saw him, Asfak's body was full of bite marks. He told Uncle everything, and shaking, crying, begging for forgiveness. My uncle left his house immediately, terrified. He said he could still smell blood and smoke around him as he walked away. The next day, Asfak was found dead. No one knew how he died. Some said he killed himself. Others whispered. The dogs came back for him. My uncle didn't even go to his funeral. And to this day, whenever he remembers that night, he says he can still hear dogs howling outside his window.